Campbell. Corey.
Aye.
Gibson. Hill. Hopper. Ford. McLaughlin. Armstrong. And Bates.
Aye.
Ordinance 1501 passes first reading 9-0. Ordinance 1502.
An ordinance amending section 2-71 of chapter 2, article 8 of the Greenwood Municipal Code 1993 relating to disability leave, sponsored by Mr. Ford.
So moved.
Support. Second by Mr. Ford. Discussions from the council. Seeing none, roll call.
Corey.
Aye.
Gibson. Hill. Hopper.
Aye.
Ford.
Aye.
McLaughlin. Armstrong.
Aye.
Bates.
Aye.
And Campbell.
Aye. Ordinance 1502 passes first reading 9-0. New business, ordinance 1503.
An ordinance transferring funds from the cumulative capital improvement fund to the rainy day fund in the amount of $300,000, sponsored by Ms. Dixon.
Easy, just introduction.
Adam wanted me to present this on his behalf tonight. This is another of his efforts, this council's efforts, the administration's efforts. They were good fiscal stewards of the funds last year. Not only was the budget balanced, but we are actually going to be able to add to savings for the second straight year.
All right. Ordinance 1506.
An ordinance providing for an additional appropriation from the Motor Vehicle Highway Fund balance budget classification 445 machinery and equipment in the street department in the amount of $295,000, sponsored by Ms. Dixon. It's fairly straightforward. It is to purchase two new pieces of equipment in the street department.
Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Quick comment on the first whereas, it says cities with apostrophe S. I think that should be left.
Okay.
Unless,
Yep. Okay. I will fix that.
Apparently there was some confusion on who would be the president when this was going to be signed. You never know. At least I'm still listed as a council member, I guess. Got that, yeah. Miscellaneous business for, wait. Oh, 1507, sorry, yes, thank you. 1507. Yes, please.
Ordinance number 15-07, an ordinance providing for additional appropriation from the aviation fund operating balance to budget classification 445 and the aviation fund for communication equipment purchase in the amount of $9,000.
Nice. Yeah. Could be
Chris,
requested.
they use that.
Oh, Monday, they're bad.
Their Mondays are bad.
Yeah.
Is there a hurry for this? Yes, no? Okay.
Lori is just here to give you insight.
Yeah, tell us what it is, because I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, the acronym, aviation is all about acronyms, makes it sound cool and really smart. So the acronym is a GCO, stands for Ground Communications Outlet. What it is it's a means for pilots to communicate with the flight service stations or with a control tower. So right now, if you ask how we're doing this, we have to call on the phone, get a weather briefing. If it's cloudy or instrument, we call it instrument weather, we have to get a clearance. And what they say is you have so much time to get yourself off the ground, in the air, and call us, all systems will expire. In a perfect world, it's great, but if you're a corporate pilot waiting on your passengers, you have to time it just right. It causes flight delays. So what this communication equipment does, it allows pilots to key the mic so many times. It then sends over the landline, sends a wireless signal to our terminal for this communication, and then it goes to a telephone line, the tower, or flight service station, allowing the pilot then to talk directly with that individual from their aircraft. So the prop can be spinning, the engines can be running, You're getting your clearances, you're on the go, lots of picture time.
Thank you.
Sounds cool to me.
It's cool. So it'll, it's gonna be a great thing for the airport, trucks, businesses, increasing our fuel sales, traffic, overnight hangar rent, it'll be, getting us on the map.
What, how long is installation on this?
How long is installation? It's not so much the installation, it's acquiring the FCC license for the frequency.
Okay. How long is that? Do I dare?
I had asked the FAA that in December, just kind of putting it on their radar that we're gonna be seeking this. They said a minimum of 6 months. However, what we're going to try to pursue is the use of a temporary permit before we get the license, so we can go and get the frequency, get the equipment installed, get it going, and then be able to get the permit. So-
Are we guaranteeing the license?
Yes, it's just they have to assign, look at your demographic, your area, and say, well, what frequencies are not gonna conflict with what you have, so it takes a little time to try and.
And my guess is you can't apply for any of this until you have money to provide the equipment, not the crew statement or.
She wouldn't be opposed to you suspending.
I would not, yes, that is correct, I would not be opposed to it.
Since it's such a
But I-
cool
but
thing,
I
I
don't-
make a motion to suspend the rules through first reading.
Thank you.
Motion to suspend on Mr. First, second by Mr. Gibson. Any discussion on suspension?
I was not that, actually.
See no roll call.
Gibson,
Aye.
Hill, Hopper,
Aye.
Ford,
Aye.
McLaughlin,
Aye.
Armstrong, Bates,
Aye.
Campbell,
Aye.
and Corey.
Aye.
I have a question. I think it's partially answered, funding funds for this. Some of it could be answered, part of some kind of equipment. Some of it also applied to the license itself. In other words, I'm just asking, where is the funding, where's it going, what, that service?
The 9,000 will cover both the license and the equipment and the installation. So it'll be one-time ask.
Okay.
And there's been a lot of requests for this.
What was I doing? Corey, it was the first reading. Or did I have that backwards?
I want to say too, I flew out early Friday morning and in late, not late last night, but after dark, and the airport was very professional. They did a nice job. Even the one gentleman who was there when I got back into town last night, did a great job.
Thank you, I'll pass that along. I'm glad to hear that.
This might be a silly question you have no answer to. Why didn't we do this sooner? It's not an expense that obviously.
No,
I wrote
it
it for
is.
$9,000.
Yeah, it was that tight.
It's a tight ship still.
We're getting there. It'll
It
happen.
seems like it's such a,
I mean, this
it's
is all,
bang for your buck.
it is, and it's all about exposure. I mean, you gotta kind of spend money to make money. It's a business model. And again, it's all about marketing yourself and getting that exposure out there. And that's what we're gonna focus on this year is, the NCAA tournament's coming up.
Right.
This is something that,
Gotta have.
I don't know if it'll happen. I'm saying December is gonna be a minimum of 6 months. But if we can get the ball rolling, it's on these things, as a society, we're used to what we're comfortable with. And if we can get them in the door the first time, like you mentioned, we can get them coming back. But the hard part is getting them in the door. And this gives them an excuse that, hey, come here, don't go over there. We can help you.
What can we call it to help speed this 6 months?
Is there, if the letter came from the city council, or that the official, since the feds?
Which part, does like specifically the Great Lakes region approve it, or does it have to go to DC?
They send it out to Oklahoma City, does all that stuff.
Okay.
However, it's been also brought up, I know Ms. Gibson also brought it up. That's something that I may reach out to you guys, if I can get this temporary license, we might be freestyling and we can save that card for a big ask.
But also, to answer your question, Todd Young was really instrumental in helping us when we were trying to get the rehab for the runway and adding the extension. So, we've got a lot of things, and if we need help, we'll come back to you. But Mr. Corey, remember your thoughts about the airport when she's in front of you again.
Yeah, I know it's-
Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else from the council? Roll call on the first reading.
Hill, excuse me, Hill,
Aye.
McLaughlin.
Aye.
Armstrong.
Aye.
Bates.
Aye.
Campbell.
Aye.
Corey.
Aye.
And Gibson.
Aye.
The ordinance 1507 passes first reading. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I make a motion to suspend the rules.
We gotta have a public hearing.
Oh, that's right. I tried.
Good try, though.
Appreciate it. It's all the effort.
Yeah. Well,
Just trying to get.
I'm trying to get lights out of Greenwood. Apparently, if I say yes enough times, maybe I'll fly out of Greenwood or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Miscellaneous business from the council.
Mr. Chairman, we did have our first town hall meeting on Saturday. Many councilors were present, did have a good turnout. Did send a report. I did want a couple of you, your mailboxes were full, so that's usually you didn't get one. If you have any questions, glad to answer them.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. What was the question? I'm sorry, Mr. Bates.
If you have any more questions, I'll be glad to answer those. Or you have to meet.
Well,
Yeah,
it was well attended.
Yes, very good. Good job.
Yep. Beautiful facility there.
Yeah, that's really nice. That clubhouse is really nice.
Other business from the council.
It's been brought up about a petition for the rezoning of a particular parcel. My understanding that when this was done, it was going to be a whole section, just not a particular parcel. What is the proper way in which to do that?
We need to direct the planning commission, direct staff, and the planning commission to amend the petition to include, I believe, Mr. People circulated a map of that entire area. If you're comfortable with that map, you can reference that, and we can amend the petition to do the rezone of the entire area. It would then go to Mr. Peoples, correct me if I'm wrong, it would go to the planning commission for a public hearing February 23rd.
23rd, yeah.
And then it would be back in front of the council that first meeting in March. So we would resend out the notices to all of the affected property owners, et cetera.
Was that a motion to include all those properties on that map? Is there a second? Any discussion?
Where is that? Yeah, he is on that.
So Jim,
Copies of that map available?
I can go upstairs and print out the copy.
Or if you could just display it on the.
Jim will have a second.
I can get you over there. I'll go print a copy, I'll be right back.
In the meantime, our next town hall meeting is scheduled for May the 16th, Saturday. And Ezra Hill, Councilman Hill, has volunteered to host that with us. To place this, he announced it.
You're bringing donuts, right?
I think he wants to have it on Tuesday night at the River.
That might be a well-attended one. How you pay it? On your tab.
He's gonna print it out. We'll come back to that. Do you want me to do?
We'll make the motion for the other things. Let's make sure this one, yeah, let's go.
Okay, while we're waiting on Mr. People,
Sorry. Exactly, we show the audience again. Anybody else in the audience? We will go back to council.
I just wanted to respond to some comments that I heard tonight.
Can you, name
Oh,
and address?
sorry, Tim Huggins, 257 Kimbrough Drive. Talked a lot about your comprehensive plan. And I want to kind of focus more on some comments in the rezoning. When you look at the property that is there, it's going to impact a peach of a business. A business that has been pointed out by none other than the great governor of the state of Indiana, and he has visited there. In fact, you have a de facto distribution center in practice there that has been visited by the governor. And when you decide that, you stand up and say, well, we don't want distribution centers on Emerson Avenue anymore, we want them on the west side. You're turning around saying, sorry, Governor, we disagree with you. We don't think this is a good business. We want them to move. And that's very dangerous. So I would be very, very careful before we start talking about rezoning until you've done your research as to what is actually going on there right now.
Thanks, sir. I want the record to reflect that I agree with Kevin Pence.
Oh, sure.
Well, who's in the room there, Bill?
Not as far as it goes right here.
Jeff said it should be one second.
Roughly, I'll do it two ways here, okay. Down right here is what we have Emerson Avenue. Wilson Drive and Greenwood Spring Boulevard, Greenwood Spring Drive right here, South Park Boulevard right here, Main Street down here. The areas in yellow are all the areas currently zoned I-1. And in the area that was identified to me as the area intended, desired was rezoning. And we move this up and it captures most of South Park. A lot of area along the east side of Emerson Avenue and a small area along the west side of Emerson. Look at this one, maybe. As long as everybody's fine with north being to the left. Not at all. Sort of European way of
So-
lining, I guess.
The Goodwill property is the one that is not colored?
It is not colored because it has a rezoning already on file. It's a small area right here.
But we would be amending, Bill, to
Right.
provide them.
So it would be, this would be the area that we include.
So Bill, L is I-L already.
I-1.
I-1. What's not I-1 is,
It's already it's already commercial for the most part. There's an area down here that's not residential, obviously. The vast majority of the area out here is commercial area.